Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video. Today I'd like to give you guys a detox update video. I'd say overall, compared to the last update, a lot of things have changed. I'm starting to head back to kind of normal, I guess, like every once in a while chilling and watching a YouTube video. By the way, if you hear that chaos in the background, my kitten has decided to just go crazy. She's just running around. I don't I don't get it, but yeah, I'm pretty much like not living like a monk anymore. I'm getting distracted, but I'm pretty much off of coffee. I have this constant headache that I think is just a result of I don't know. Uh, I don't know. It comes and goes. It's probably like the more I think about it, stress because I started stressing myself out about it. Like even though I have dropped caffeine, I focus on the negative. But overall, I'd say it's a net positive out of what has happened. I'm kind of distracted less. I would say, like it feels like at least when I sit down to get work done, no matter what, more work gets done overall. Um, I'm having more ideas flow. You know, I'm focusing more when I'm playing Siege. And I mean, technically, I'm saving money. I wasn't spending that much money on coffee. I'm one of those people that drinks like cheap Walmart, Safeway brand coffee, and drink it black. So I honestly don't, it's not that much of a money save for me. But I think going through this, it's kind of given me the kind of like long term thing here is I got a little bit of momentum because the other thing that happened was so I had these goals of like adding in exercise like adding in exercise to my life, right? More exercise. Because in my opinion I don't do enough right now, right? And I was like, well, why am I not getting enough exercise done? Part of the problem was getting distracted. So I was like, okay, let's add in exercise like a little bits every week. And I'm actually progressing a lot faster when it comes to adding in exercise. In fact, I'd say like a week ago, wasn't exercising, and I decided to do this. And I said I was gonna exercise like 3 times a week for like 15 minutes. Um, and I hit that like really solidly. Like today, I did 20, right? And part of it's just making sure that I get things done. And you know, one of the most annoying things for me is I'll wake up, shower, you know, do all my stuff, then exercise. So I gotta go shower again. I don't want to shower again, so I have to make sure I exercise before I shower. But it's just like part of the thing about me. It seems so easy to add 15, 20 minutes. Is I'll go like hard, right? So I'll exercise, make myself tired. So it's more of like sustaining uh, that kind of exercise rather than adding. So it's different that way. Anyways, like so that's kind of one thing, adding exercise that I've just found a lot easier. And I decided actually I try to do this with video, and I felt like for me it's easier to do it on video but it doesn't get my point across. Is I took an old science journal that I have. It looks like this. I had a chemistry journal. My teacher made me write like the labs and stuff in this lab. She called it a journal. It was really a lab notebook. And I just decided to journal, try it out. I've never tried it, like taken it very seriously before, so I'm like, might as well try it. And write my goals down, and I like the SMART method of goals. If you don't know what that is, you make a specific, measurable goal that you can attain, that is relevant, and you have a timeline on how you're gonna achieve it. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try next to see if I like it. And I just kind of noticed overall, I would say even though I'm not like I'm still distracted, but I am off of caffeine, net positive. I am a little bit more conscious about my decisions. Like if I start to go on a YouTube binge, for instance, I am able to get off it quicker and just be like, you know what, no, I don't want to watch this. Because it's easy to stack a bunch of like 10, 20-minute videos up, Anyone who's been on YouTube for any amount of time knows it's very easy to do that. Um, I also started eating more healthier, right? Like, just things that I've noticed, whether it's probably just me getting, trying to, like, it overall gave me a better sense of control over my life. I think that's the thing, because it's like, it's hard to, when you don't feel like you have a sense of control over your life, even though it's really easy to be like, just for instance, you go to the store, do I buy this extra cake or do I buy, 2 or 3 things of broccoli? The dumb example, but if you think about it, that decision normally is very easy, except if you feel like you have a lack of control over yourself, and maybe you feel like you need that cake to be happy because of that lack of control, or some whatever the thing is, it makes that decision a lot more difficult than it should be, and I think that step of, like, that's part of the reason why I like my contract work, freelance contract work, is at the end of the day, I can't control what clients say yes to me, but I can control what I say no to. If I work at Walmart, it's more like, just for me, granted, if you find a good career, they probably let you do this too. If I worked at Walmart, it's, are you going to be a cashier? Yes. Then you must do this, and this, and I didn't like that, so I quit. But it's just like that feeling of control that I think is really good. So there's a couple other projects that I'm working on that I just kind of started that I feel like kind of happened because I had more time to think about it, And I think the next step for me, when it comes to the mental game, because now that I have the sense of control, at least more, it's a kind of like a snowball at this point, It's really just starting to explore more, like, what I want to do, because one of the things I really, really like about editing video is I get to see, I have an eye into different industries, right? Like, and I can kind of see, I already know, I didn't know before, but now I know a couple industries that I really don't want to, like, pursue heavily a career into. But then there's others that I truly haven't explored yet. Like, I talk a lot about esports, but I really haven't truly explored esports yet, So there's many different things I can do to explore. And I just, overall, I'd say that there's been a lot of stress recently, and this has helped cope with it. Doesn't remove the stress, still highly stressful, kind of everything that's going on. And part of that is the virus has affected part of my life that I can't talk about at all right now. But it just kind of, like, really hit home and hurt. It hurt a lot, No one died. I'm saying right now, no one died. If anyone died, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos. So it's not to that level, but there's other things that have just happened over April and May that really have just been, frustrating me. Beyond the fact that it's like I took on too much work and overworked myself and made myself sad and depressed, But it's been brutal. And I thought today, with my clear insight, because I laid in bed today to take a nap, because I do that. And I thought about where I was 1 year ago, and then a year before that, and I was like, 1 year ago, there was so much less stress. 2 years ago, there was so much less stress, so much less everything. And even though there's more stress, more responsibility right now for me, I don't want to go back to how things were 2 years ago. 2 years ago was living with my parents, and really just locking myself upstairs all day. And there's something in my throat and it's tickling me. Oh, I didn't get it out. This is gonna be great. 2 years ago, I was living with my parents. Working at a place where there was a lot of drama. Working for someone that I really started to not want to work for anymore. And I wasn't. The thing about 2 years ago and 1 year ago was I was not trying new things. I'm so happy I started trying new things, but I really wasn't trying new things as much as I am now. And I think my life is way better because I'm trying new things. Like, yeah, grinding out a bunch of YouTube videos is fun and all, but it definitely burns you out. I think that's probably what I was experiencing was burnout, and I just wasn't able to verbalize it or identify it. But and it was burnout not of making YouTube videos, but because I wasn't trying new things with them. I mean, if you look back at my YouTube videos back then, all I would do was sit in front of a camera, talk for whatever, uncut, and just put it up there and make a thumbnail, And I mean, that was good, and I got to explain my ideas, and it felt good to, in 4 hours, like, edit 10, 20 YouTube videos, right? It felt good, but I wasn't challenging myself. And what happened over kind of like from, I would say, March to May is YouTube went to a hobby again for me. It's just a hobby now. I try to take it seriously, but it feels more like a hobby to me. And because it feels like a hobby, maybe I just have more fun. I don't know. I feel like I can try new things, It's why you'll see some very different content from me in the next couple months. I got rid of Oblivion. That's pretty ballsy. Like, that alone. But, like, there's a lot of content that I have planned. Whether or not I'll do it, But definitely planned that's a little bit different take on how I explained things in the past. So, yeah, I think overall, though, the caffeine drop was very good. And it's just going to be, it feels like a uphill battle still to kind of really evaluate distractions in life, and figuring out how much is good for me, because I think the whole no distractions thing, not watching any YouTube videos, not my cup of tea for sure. I feel like, at least for now, I do like, sitting for an hour or two and just playing a video game that I don't, make YouTube videos on, or just watching random YouTube videos. And not random, but you guys know what I mean. I feel like it's helped me see that I like a little bit of that, but not as much as I had before, where it was just there for noise. And yeah, it's overall, I'm excited to see, I'm tired, but I'm excited to see kind of how I'm going to change things up in the next couple of months, because I look back at even who I was 2 months ago. I'm a very different person than I was 2 months ago, but also the same in some ways. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I don't really know what else to say, because there's a lot going on right now that I have or haven't talked about. My life, if I put everything down that's going on right now, it would take me at least 2 or 3 hours to explain everything that's going on. Just in a YouTube video, more or less, if I'm talking to someone and they're asking questions and interrupting me and all that. Like, it's brutal. So, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Overall, I'm going to look back on this time. Like, the struggle sucks when you're in it, for sure. Like, it sucks when I'm in it right now. a lot of my days feel like they suck in the moment, but afterwards I look back and I'm like, yeah, yeah. Some days, honestly, I'm not that vibed out. You know, I'm like, man, I wasted my time. But always the days when I don't. It's always the days when I decide I don't want to like really fight that. You know, playing Siege for serious, and getting ahead on my video editing work and putting videos together, looking for clients, learning about other topics of things, getting chores done, doing all of that. And when I just decide, you know what, just on a whim, today I'm going to take half a day off. I always regret it when I do that. There's been like one day where I didn't regret it, and it was planned. So that's just kind of like what's been going on. But I don't think I would have noticed that if I didn't try dropping caffeine, removing distractions. I don't think I would have noticed that. Because I made these videos, and these videos help me, verbalize what I'm thinking about, and then I move on to the next one. That's the easiest way for me. It's funny, that's the easiest way for me to get through things, is verbalize them. But when it comes to non-YouTube videos, guys, like personal relationship stuff, I'm terrible at verbalizing problems. Most of my problems right now, in a relationship, if there even is a problem with whether it's family member, friend, my girlfriend, is because I have a really hard time verbalizing problems. So it's a weird vicious cycle, man. But that's pretty much it now. I'm done talking. The video's done. We're good. That's my update for you guys. I'll probably make another one of these in the future. Just be like, hey, this is what I'm doing now. I'm probably gonna move to, like, I don't know, Japan, and live on top of a mountain and be like, I have gone down to the city so that I have internet access to tell you all I live in a temple and I meditate for 25 hours a day. All right. Okay, I can actually see myself trying that one time. All right. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at making videos, playing video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.